Before GTA 6 even has a price tag, analysts are predicting it will make over $1 billion in pre-orders alone. But to understand how insane that number really is, you need to see what the biggest games in history actually did. These are the 5 most pre-ordered video games of all time, and by the end, I'll make the case for why GTA 6 is going to obliterate every single one of them. Pre-orders are one of the clearest signals of hype in the gaming industry. They tell you how many people are willing to pay full price for a game they've never played, based purely on trust and anticipation. And the numbers on this list are genuinely staggering. One game hit 8 million pre-orders before a single person played it. Another generated more pre-order revenue than most blockbuster movies make in their entire theatrical run. But the real question everyone's asking right now is whether GTA 6, a game that hasn't even opened pre-orders yet, is going to shatter all of these records. And after looking at the data, I think the answer is pretty clear. Let's start with number 5. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. When this dropped in October 2023, it sold 2.5 million copies in just 24 hours, making it the fastest selling PlayStation Studios game in history. Now, Sony didn't break out pre-orders specifically, but that 24-hour number includes pre-orders and day one sales combined, and a massive chunk of that was people who had already locked in their copy weeks in advance. In just 11 days, it cleared 5 million. But the games above it make Spider-Man look like a warm-up act. Number 4, Red Dead Redemption 2. This one's important because it's Rockstar, the same studio behind GTA 6. RDR2 set records for the most pre-orders, the biggest day one sales, and the most revenue in its first 3 days on PlayStation Network. In its opening weekend, it generated $725 million. That made it the second biggest entertainment launch of all time at that point, behind only one other game, which we'll get to. But here's what's wild. Take-Two, Rockstar's parent company, actually told investors they expected RDR2 to fall short of that other game's record, and they were right. Now imagine what happens when Rockstar actually brings their biggest franchise back. And at number 3, Grand Theft Auto 5. In September 2013, GTA 5 launched with an estimated 7 million pre-orders worldwide. But the real headline was what happened on day one, $800 million in a single day. Within 3 days, it crossed $1 billion. To put that in perspective, at the time, no entertainment product in history had ever reached $1 billion that fast. No movie, no album, no game, nothing. And that was in 2013, on the Xbox 360 and PS3, with a much smaller gaming audience than we have today. GTA 5 has since sold over 200 million copies. It's the blueprint for what a franchise looks like at the maximum velocity. Number 2, Cyberpunk 2077. This is the game I mentioned earlier, 8 million pre-orders confirmed by CD Projekt themselves. That translates to over $500 million in revenue before anyone had ever actually played the game. For context, the entire development cost of Cyberpunk was around $135 million. They had already made their money back almost 4 times over from pre-orders alone. And I know what you're thinking, Cyberpunk's launch was an absolute disaster, especially on the last-gen consoles. But that's exactly the point. This game had one of the most troubled launches in modern gaming, and it still hit 8 million pre-orders. That's the power of hype alone. Imagine what a game with that level of anticipation and a clean launch could do. And number 1, the most pre-ordered video game in history, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. In November 2011, analysts' estimates put MW3's pre-orders at nearly 9 million copies. That was tracking 70% above Modern Warfare 2 and 55% above Black Ops during the same time period. It went on to become the fastest selling ever at that point. What made MW3 special was timing. Call of Duty was at the absolute peak of its cultural dominance. It wasn't just a game, it was the game. Every year it was the biggest entertainment launch in the world. And in 2011, that machine was running at full speed. But that was 15 years ago. The gaming audience has more than doubled since then. Digital storefronts have made pre-ordering effortless, and there is one game on the horizon with more hype than anything Call of Duty ever generated. And if you want to be here when GTA 6 pre-orders actually go live and see how these records hold up, hit subscribe. I'm covering every single moment of this launch. So, will GTA 6 break the all-time record? Let's look at the facts. GTA 5 did 7 million pre-orders in 2013 on last-gen hardware to a smaller audience. The gaming market has roughly doubled since then. Digital pre-ordering has gone from a niche option to the default way people buy games. RDR2 proved that Rockstar can generate massive pre-order demand even with a franchise that doesn't have the mainstream reach of GTA. Cyberpunk proved that hype alone can push a game to 8 million pre-orders even without Rockstar's reputation. And then there's the hype itself. GTA 6 has been the most wishlisted game on PlayStation every single week since wishlisting started. Title IDs have already been spotted in the PlayStation Store database. The marketing campaign for GTA 6 kicks off this summer, and DFC Intelligence, a major gaming research firm, is predicting over $1 billion in pre-order revenue alone. $1 billion in pre-order before the game even launches. If we're being conservative and standard pricing is $70, that's roughly 14 million copies pre-ordered. That would not just break the record, it would demolish it. MW3's 9 million, Cyberpunk's 8 million, GTA 5's 7 million, none of them would even come close. And honestly, I think analysts might even be lowballing it. This isn't just a game launch, it's a cultural event. GTA 6 is about to rewrite what a pre-order record even looks like. Do you guys agree? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to know what happened to the actor behind GTA 5's most iconic character, that video is right here. I'll see you in that one.